This is the first week of what a winning product looks like. This is the first month of what a winning product looks like. And this is the second month of what a banger winning product looks like. And I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I did from the beginning until the end to make sure that I'm able to make these numbers again and again. The real flex is not these numbers. The real flex is being able to do this over and over and over and over again. And if you wake up tomorrow with absolutely nothing in your bank account, you're able to do it again and again and again. This knowledge you gain from this experience is absolutely invaluable. And let me share it with you today. As always, we're gonna reveal the winner of last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway sometime throughout this video. All you have to do is watch until the end to find out if you're a winner. Either way, I strongly recommend you watch until the end because it'll be jam-packed with a lot of tips and whatever pops in my mind, I'm gonna be talking about. And there's a lot going on in here because I have so much experience with this dropshipping industry and e-commerce as a whole. This video is gonna be jam-packed, guys. And if you wanna win the free consulting call giveaway, all you have to do is comment, like, and subscribe. In fact, comment with the question. I'm here to help you guys. Same with my DM. Send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is in the description below at @NarikChill. I'm here to help you guys as a growing channel, as a growing YouTuber who wants a community with you guys. So let's get back to the banger and let's get started. I'm gonna cut right to the chase and explain to you guys the three main pillars that you need to focus on as a beginner getting into dropshipping and eventually expanding onto e-commerce. I started this product in question, the product in the beginning of the video that provided all that revenue in late December. And I started by dropshipping it first because I don't want to put any money into inventory until I confirm that the product works, and that's what you want to do, right? So begin with that. Do not invest into inventory. That's the whole point of dropshipping. But as soon as you find out and corroborate that a winning product is completely capable of being a banger, get into it balls deep. And that's what I do. So first things first, let's talk about the three main pillars that you need to drill into your head and develop skill sets for before you can evolve into a successful e-commerce brand with successful products. So the first one is product research. Being able to test products efficiently does not necessarily mean testing products quickly. It means you need to be efficient with your tests, have templates for your descriptions, understand what a winning product looks like, have a criteria to follow each and every time you're going out there and researching for products. I found this product on Facebook newsfeed myself. I have a product research specialist who also sends me a ton of products, and I have a lot of winning products from him, but I also do my own product research. Even as an expert, as a veteran, you should be doing it as well because you need to know what the market looks like out there. You need to have experience. Product research is key. Every single day, at least 30 minutes of my time is dedicated to product research. That's how important it is. When you're doing your product research, you don't need to focus on a specific way. I prefer the newsfeed on Facebook, the most basic way, but I also deviate into AdSpy, Dropify, DropPoint, and also AliExpress, one of my favorites out there, to find products that are completely untapped, unsaturated, that you can take and dominate with. In fact, most of my winning products actually come from AliExpress, where I found products that are completely untapped. No one's ever even advertised them before, but I start advertising them, and it doesn't take me long because my creatives are good. And that's the second main pillar. Your creatives are the start. The creatives are what drags the cold audience into your product page and sells them later on. But your creatives are absolutely one of the most important, if not the most important part of your entire funnel. If you do not have a good creative, but you have a good product, you will fail. If you do not have a good creative, but you have a good landing page, you will fail. Imagine this. One person is selling the same product you're selling, and the product is definitely a 7-figure potential product. However, he's getting a $1.50 CPC because his creatives suck. So what does he do? He moves on. The second person is getting 30-cent CPC in the United States. What does he do? He kills it, but his product page sucks. He's still killing it though because he's getting such cheap clicks. Oftentimes you will see a lot of dropshippers out there that have completely garbage websites, garbage store pages, terrible congruency, colors all over the place. There's nothing organized. It just looks scammy. There's timers everywhere and pop-ups everywhere, yet they are doing excellent. What is the common factor among all of these different kinds of crappy, scammy, third world dropshippers? Does anyone know? The common factor is that they all have winning ads. If you look at their advertisements, they have tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of reactions and comments and shares. That's what we're going for. When you're making your creatives, you need to absolutely remember that the goal of your creatives is to make it look like it's not an advertisement, to make it look like it's something that will be enjoyable by the actual consumer on Facebook. If you're scrolling through your feed you're not going to stop if you know it's an advertisement. If you're scrolling through your feed and something catches your attention, it looks fascinating, you're going to stop. Maybe you won't even have a caption on the entire video. You'll see a lot of videos, a lot of creatives out there that are doing wonderfully because they're user-generated content. There's no captions associated. Some of them don't even have music. It's just simply showing the product in a very short video. And that actually helps a lot for a lot of products out there. You guys don't need to put a lot of time and effort into it. However, if you do want to make a professional video, which I also recommend, you actually want to use a service instead of making the entire video yourself, which takes hours and hours and hours to do. I use SERPdaddy for this. And in fact, I use SERPdaddy for all of my product tests. However, I only have one video from them. Link in the description, by the way. I only use one video from SERPdaddy. However, I make 2 videos myself with videos found online. All I do is simply put them together and make a user-generated look to it. And then I use 2 image ads on top of that I also make myself. Sometimes I outsource the video ads completely, or I do them myself if they're really easy to do, because all I need to do is put them together and make sure the scroll stopper looks good. This way I'm able to test 4 to 5 creatives during each product test, so I can make sure that I'm giving Facebook the right amount of creatives to see which one is going to do great with. Creatives are so important. I can't stress that enough. I will make tons of videos on creatives because I think it is completely underrated out there, and lots of people are wasting their time dropshipping because they're getting services from bands off ads or viral e-com ads, or any of those BS agencies that are hiring people from third world countries who don't even speak English, don't even know what a flow of a video is, don't even know what script writing is, but they're doing it, and they're doing it very poorly, and you're just running with it, and then you think that a product doesn't work because you're only using their advertisements. Come on, guys. Use your head, do the grunt work yourself, especially in the beginning. That's a key factor. I keep saying this. Always do the work first before you outsource it, because how do you know if the person you're outsourcing to is doing a good job if you haven't done it yourself and realize what a good job looks like? I know what a good job looks like because I've taken the time and effort to make my own creatives. Days I've spent wasting hours in the beginning until I realized this is the right formula that I should follow, or sometimes it might be this way. You want to always test it and do it yourself, learn, and then you can outsource it. Lastly is your ad copy, your descriptions, right? They both flow together because it's your text. You want to keep a branded look throughout the whole time. You also want to keep it concise. I keep saying this to people reaching out to me, asking me about their landing pages, and oftentimes the number one thing I see is that they're typing essays. They're giving me entire thesis, and when you should just be giving me a short, to the point, concise, benefit-driven, emotion-driven product page, landing page. No one's gonna read everything. All right, like 90% of the people going to your product page already know what the product is. They just want some quick pointers to be sold on, to be confident with their purchase. And that's your job, not to bore them to death or turn them off by the amount of text that you have. And the more text that you have, the less legitimate you're gonna sound, because oftentimes you're not gonna be able to sound like a professional company, and people will be able to sniff that out. So the more you talk, the more BS you sound. Keep it short, keep it concise, keep it sweet, to the point. That's for everything in life. You don't wanna bore people, and sometimes I ramble on like I'm doing right now, but I try my absolute hardest to keep it concise, and that's very important. Okay, to wrap it up one more time, your product research game, right? You're being able to test products efficiently, have a whole system set up for it. You test 2 products a week, stick to 2 products a week. You test 3 a week, stick to 3. Don't deviate, be consistent. Number 2, your creatives, more important than your product research, in my opinion. You could sell anything in the world if you're good at your ad copy and your salesmanship. Be good at your creatives, make your own creatives, test a lot of creatives. Don't just use one video, don't just use one video from Fiverr. Use several different variations, image ads, carousels, videos that you make yourself, videos that you outsource, and put them all together and test them all. Number 3, your actual ad copy, your salesmanship skills in the text, and your actual landing page. Be branded, be concise, be short and to the point, and sweet about it. You don't want to overdraw things, and you don't want to bore your customers with a bunch of text. Keep things simple. I have a video on product descriptions as well. It's a whole template that I use. Definitely can copy and paste that. My videos are, I think it was from 2 weeks ago. These are 3 skills that you absolutely need to master in the beginning, and you will get better at them. So keep at it, keep it consistent. Not everything takes time in this world. This business itself actually is very quick relative to a lot of other things that you do, whether it's going through college or actually starting up a restaurant or like a legitimate, retail store. Those things take years. This could take months, less than a month even, if you're really about it. So be persistent, be consistent, and don't burn yourself out. Do it every day. Don't do hours upon hours. Do less, but do it every single day. One more thing I would like to note is that your Facebook strategy is not that important. Just stick to a single strategy. It doesn't matter whose it is, whether it's mine or someone else's. Stick to it and run with it. Don't deviate, so that you know that the only variable that's changing is the product that you're testing. You don't want to concern yourself too much with what kind of Facebook strategy you're doing, because the product itself, the creative that you make, is more important. Facebook is smart enough to allocate it to the right audience if your creative is good enough. And if you have a bad creative, it's not going to do that. You're going to have high CPMs and also low CTR, which results in high CPC, which results in very, very expensive cost per purchases, which means no profit. So you want to make profitable creatives which are engaging. The engaging creatives are profitable creatives. Don't focus on Facebook strategy. All right, let's move on to the next point. Once you've actually discovered that you have a winning product, you need to have a powerful backend, a strong backend, a foundation to keep your store running alive as you scale to the hundreds of thousands of revenue, if not millions per month. And you can't do this without a whole system in place for several things. And I'll go over some of them briefly right now. Number one is your fulfillment. You need to make damn sure that you're not using AliExpress. No way that in 2021 are you allowed to use AliExpress beyond even like 10 orders. It's okay to test with it, but once you get corroboration that your product works, move beyond that and get an agent, a dedicated agent. Or what I do, CJ Dropshipping. It just makes things easier for my general stores. I don't have to waste time or be unorganized with an agent with multiple SKUs. I just use CJ Dropshipping. They auto fulfill all my orders, very organized, very quick shipping times, very cost effective. In my opinion, it's the most cost effective because they have their own shipping lines, which are very fast in the United States and big countries like that. Also, what's just as important is that they provide tracking numbers ASAP, within 24 hours. Even if the product is not shipped out, your customer will get the tracking information synced from CJ automatically with your order. So that's very critical to avoid Shopify holds and PayPal holds. You can avoid PayPal holds by using an app called TrackYourPal. We'll have a video on that as well. The reason I mention this is because holds will hold you back completely. If you have any kind of hold, even if it's a 25% hold, but your profit margin is 23%, could you imagine what that will do to your cash flow when you have money coming in several days later and you have to refill your expenses right now, but your money's coming in a few days later from Shopify? That's crazy. You can't have holds. You cannot afford holds, especially in the beginning when you don't have any capital in your bank account. You absolutely need to maintain full transparency with Shopify and PayPal by providing them tracking information as soon as possible, and CJ Dropshipping does that. The next thing CJ Dropshipping does is actually has warehouses worldwide. So if you have customers that are mainly ordering from the United States and you want to decrease your shipping times to 3 to 7 days, and also dramatically decrease your shipping costs, you can order in bulk private inventory going straight to the warehouses CJ has in the United States, and it won't even cost you a dime to ship it from China to the United States. It'll just cost you money to ship out of their warehouses from the US. All you do is pay for the cost of goods, and then once it reaches the warehouse in the United States, you just pay for the shipping for each one of the orders that get sent out. So this way you don't have to pay an upfront fee of the shipping cost. You're only paying for the product cost, which, as you know, from China is very, very, very cheap. Cost of goods is not the problem. Shipping is the problem, and you alleviate that with CJ Dropshipping. Whether you're selling in the United States, UK, Germany, Spain, they have warehouses all over. Check it out for sure. I have a link in the description below as well. Okay, the next thing is you absolutely need to outsource your tasks, all right? There are minor things such as answering emails. I keep talking about this. Outsource it as soon as you get beyond a few orders and you understand that you're ready to scale this product. You absolutely need to outsource it before things get out of hand. Of course, in the beginning, you should answer your own emails, but once things get out of hand, train an agent to do it for you and have that agent stick with you. Build a rapport with that agent so they can work with you forever and ever and ever, and they can be a great asset to your company. This is very critical to build these kind of relationships with employees. I will have a whole video on this as well. Then there are other things such as product research. You can't be doing hours per day, but you can definitely hire someone $3, $4 an hour to do product research for you every single day, 2 or 3 hours, and they'll find tons of products. You'll be very up to date with what's going on in the market, especially if you had a success already and you want to find the next one. You should certainly outsource this so that you can focus on high ROI things, high ROI objectives, high return on your investment objectives, not minor things like answering emails or finding products for hours on a day. No, you want to outsource that kind of stuff. Same with your video ads. As soon as you learn how to do proper creatives, you can train someone how to do proper creatives. And this way you can outsource your video ads. Yo, sorry for the quick interruption, guys. I'm here to announce the winner of last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway. And the winner is Nohara. Congrats, my man. Hit me up on Instagram. My IG is right here and in the description below. Send me a DM and we'll get connected. We'll talk about anything you want to discuss. I'm here to help help you guys out. Again, this goes for anyone. Drop a comment down below or send me a DM. I'll answer your questions, hopefully within 24 hours. And of course, if you want to be part of the winning consulting call giveaways, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get back into this bingo. You can train someone how to do proper creatives. And this way you can outsource your video ads. You can also outsource things like fulfillment and sourcing, etc. I do that for CJ Dropshipping. I have my product research specialists fulfill, place orders, and also source products that I tell them to list from those that which he finds. Lastly, you can also outsource your description writing, so you don't have to worry about that. This might be a little bit more difficult, but there are websites out there like onlinejobs.ph that provide you with a network of people from the Philippines for very low cost that can give you excellent copywriting abilities so that you don't have to worry about your descriptions so much, or even your landing pages. They can do it for you as well. Very cheap, very effective. It just takes time to train them, and you need the experience yourself to actually be able to train them. This last part is very important when you're scaling. People tend to forget this, but you're running a business. You need to make sure customer satisfaction is actually your number one priority, not just listed on your website for social proof or transparency or whatever BS. No, you need to actually provide good customer support, good customer service, good quality products, etc. Guys, you can't run a successful business in 2021 by scamming or giving BS products to customers. You need to provide a quality product that gives value to your customer. You need to provide quality customer service, short shipping times once you start scaling, and also a great return policy. You need to provide a good service because you want a long run business. You don't want a short run business. Anyone can run a short run business. My first successful store was, unfortunately, I'm ashamed to say this, was a short run business, only about 2 months, and it was doing wonderfully. However, my logistics, my customer support, my service was terrible. As a result, the business suffered and it could not be sustainable long run. I had to shut it down. I will never make that mistake again. That's what dropshipping is. That's what you don't want to do. You want to evolve into actually being an e-commerce brand as soon as possible. So we use dropshipping to corroborate, and then once we do confirm that the product is a winner, the store has potential, we then move on to a serious 7-figure potential store that can be sold in the long run to venture capitalists or whatever. Now, it's not just because of the long run, it's also because of the short run. You don't want to screw up your Facebook at all. And by that I mean you don't want to mess up your Facebook feedback score. That's really important, guys. You want to maintain good rapport with Facebook because they're the #1 platform that you want to be advertising to, beyond Google, way beyond Google, because you're disruptive marketing. Google, you're only getting the demand that's actually already there, while Facebook, you're creating the demand, and there are billions of people on Facebook. You don't want to lose that opportunity, right? So #1, make sure that you provide a good customer satisfaction, guys. You want to make sure your policy is on point. You want to make sure there's transparency, and you also want to be lenient with your returns. If a customer wants a return on my product, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to tell them, you got it. Half the time I won't even ask them to ship it back to our PO box. I don't need that. I just need to make sure that they're satisfied so that when Facebook rolls in their surveys, I'm good to go. I do have stores out there that don't have Facebook feedback scores, but I still try to provide good customer service because you don't want chargebacks either, right? The more chargebacks you get, the industry standard is 1%. If you get more than 1% chargebacks, let's say you have 1,000 orders and you get more than 10 chargebacks, you might get a hold from Shopify or PayPal, and that's not good. You want to be on top of that stuff, guys. You want to make sure that you don't ruin your rapport with them, because you also want to be in this business for the long run. It's not a short run, quick money scheme, guys. This is a legit business that starts with a very small amount of capital, and people take that idea and they think that this is just like a short run scheme, and that's why dropshipping gets a bad report. That's why it gets a bad name, because people out there trying to make a few $100. Guys, we're out here trying to make millions, not a few $100s. Think about the bigger picture, not the short run. You want $1 million in a month, $10,000 right now in a month. You could do that. Anyone can do that. But the idea is you want to evolve, whether it takes you a year or 2 years or 3 years. You still want that opportunity, that chance to get to a point where you're making 7 figures, guys. So don't lose that opportunity just because you're getting a little bit trigger happy and trying to make some quick money. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. As always, I'm blessed to have my loyal subscribers reaching out to me in the comment section below, showing me some love. I really do appreciate that, guys. It means the world to me that you guys are hitting me up on Instagram, just saying thank you for the content, and that really makes me want to push out more better quality content. So thank you. As always, I'm blessed for you guys. Again, if you want to apply for the free 30-minute consulting call giveaway, all you have to do is comment, like, and subscribe. I'll pick it random and reveal it in the following video. So there we go. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and never ever give up, y'all. Peace.